What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Will back with another video, and today we're gonna be getting into another interesting video topic. Welcome back to my show. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button, man. It really helps a lot. I'm a small YouTuber, I only got like 245 subs. So hitting that like button goes a long way of getting me recognized into my YouTube community. So I greatly appreciate it. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe, man. Today we're gonna be talking about and previewing the Cleveland Browns versus the Baltimore Ravens, and a great showdown here. This is for first place in the division. This is pretty big. The Browns do have home field advantage in this one, so this was I would be saying as I'm a Cleveland. If I'm on that team, you got to take care of your home field. They actually had Roquan Smith come out and say he was going to. They're trying to go in there and beat them in front of their wife and kids. So, very interesting quote, man. Very interesting quote. If you guys haven't seen it, just look it up on Twitter. It's probably all over everywhere now that I'm recording this video, but very interesting quote. I actually don't think it's as bad as the Cleveland one, to be honest. Roquan Smith was kind of just going in there and explaining his mental and how he moves and thinks about stuff, but the words he chose to use wasn't directly indicate. He could have said that for any football team he's playing. So I don't think it's as bad, but they're still gonna take that and run with it. Everybody's reposting it, so it's just a little bit more bulletin board material for the team. Because Stefanski's gonna play that hey, he said he want to beat you in front of your wife and kids. Are you gonna let him? It's gonna get that Browns team up. And I say it again, and I always come down and say it. I always do. The guys that talk the most and say the most stuff is never the guys that's gonna have to deal with the repercussions. Roquan Smith, bro, you don't play offense. You're not an offensive tackle. You're not a receiver. You're not Lamar Jackson. You're not a running back. You don't got to deal with what's going to happen. You don't got to deal with it. The person and the people that's going to have to deal with that quote, and is going to have to hear about it and feel it, is that Ravens offense. That's what's going to have to deal with it. It's not of course Deshaun's going to be yeah, but Deshaun's not playing at no damn attention. The people that's going to pick it up, if you guys didn't tell, if you guys haven't noticed, the offense is really laid back, chill type of guys. You got guys like Coop that don't really talk. Deshaun don't really talk. Elijah Moore don't really talk. Jerome Ford don't really talk. None of the tackles don't really talk. Very cool, laid back, chill group of gadgets over there. Because Stefanski don't really talk. And then you flip the page, and you got Myles Garrett, Jim Schwartz, Greg Newsome, Denzel Ward, Martin Emerson, J.O.K., Grant Delpit, Zadarius Smith, Anthony Walker. Those guys talk. So, it's going to be extra motivation for that defense. And I know I've been rambling about this for a little bit now, but that's going to enter into my take and my opinion on this game. I think this Baltimore Ravens team is a lot less of a headache to prepare for and to play defense against than they ever has been before. I think bringing in Todd is not a significant, but a damn near a significant subtraction to their offense from Greg Roman. A lot of people blame Greg Roman and threw a lot of the stuff on him that was out of his control as far as injuries and where they're running the football. But now they got more of a traditional offense with just a leaky quarterback. It's almost no disrespect, but it's almost like playing the Bears. It's not like he's taking the football and RPOing and doing all these pulls. And that was very difficult to guard when you got Lamar out there playing the way he's playing. Now it's a very simple offense. And this Ravens team, and Lamar has had a terrible issue with fumbling the football. And his offense has not looked spectacular despite averaging 20 points. It has not looked spectacular. They lost to the Colts 19-22. They beat the Bengals. Joe Burrow had a terrible game, and that loss to the Ravens at home is gonna come back to haunt the Bengals. And then they beat the Texans, and CJ Stroud in his opening debut. So I don't really take no. They've played Joe Burrow, Gardner Minshew, and CJ Stroud. I don't really put too much stock into what their defense has done at all. You know, they gave up 24 to the Bengals, 22 to the Colts, and they gave up 9 to the Texans, but that was their first game. And I don't think this offense, like I said, they're putting up points, but they're also giving points. I don't think this offense is going to put up more than like 17 points. I think if the Ravens win this game and go out here and beat the Browns, I think it'll be like a 17-14 game where the offense of the Cleveland Browns just can't get it going. I think that's the Ravens like way to winning this football game. Now for the Cleveland Browns, how I think they'll win. They'll obviously suffocate that Baltimore Ravens defense. Lamar Jackson's been fumbling the football, and he's going to be under the most pressure he's been under since he's been back from injury. He's going to sit maybe the last 2 years. He's going to be under the most pressure he's ever been under in the last probably calendar year. And then with him having that, he's been having terrible fumbling issues. Myles Garrett, Darius Smith, Alex Rice, Maurice Hurst, Dalvin Thompson, Shelby Harris, those guys are going to be after that football. All they're going to be talking about is his fumble issues. And then you got Zay Flowers. And, you know, Zay Flowers is their number one threat. And you know exactly who's going to cover Zay Flowers? Denzel Ward. They're going to throw Denzel Ward on Zay Flowers. They're going to let Myles Garrett get home. And I think that's how the Browns are going to easily shut them down on defense. I think the Browns defense is a mismatch for their offense. Now, I could be wrong, but Mark Andrews is the only guy that strikes fear in my heart. I think Denzel Ward will easily shut down Zay Flowers. And I think Martin Emerson can shut down Zay Flowers if he needs to. You know, Martin Emerson's not the best on speed, guys, but I think he could probably shut down Zay Flowers. Now, Zay Flowers is elite, but the Browns got good corners. Zay Flowers has played the Colts. He's played the Texans. And he's played the Bengals. That's not spectacular. These are the best corners he's going to play all year. Best D-line they're going to play all year. Well, up until this point, not all year, but up until this point. Best D-corner he's going to play up until this point. Best D-line they're going to play up until this point. Mark Andrews is the only guy. He's been having a year, and he had a year last year. So I don't really see a way that this Ravens team puts up more than 20 at max. Their cap is 20 points. 23 points is their cap. And I think this defense goes on and shuts them down. I think Lamar might. I honestly, if I had to go with a prediction, I'll tell you my prediction in another video. But stay tuned for that. And I think this Cleveland Browns offense is starting to click, and it's really starting to get after there. Now they're gonna have to watch out for guys like Kyle Hamilton and Roquan Smith, but Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, Donovan Peoples-Jones, them guys have not mismatches, but damn near mismatches going against like Rock Ya-Sin and guys like that. Like Cooper's gonna cook them. Elijah Moore's gonna get home. You know, it's all about just Deshaun continuing to play the way he's playing. And if Deshaun's playing cool, playing good, and the defense is after Lamar Jackson, I think the Browns is gonna win by a touchdown at least. If that's the way in the Cleveland Browns margin of victory would be, I don't think they're going to run the football all like that. The Ravens' run defense, a lot of people won't talk about it, has not been that good. If the Browns, this is a good get-right game for the Browns run blocking. They could get right and get Jerome Ford down there. I might bet Jerome Ford for like 40 yards, but they can get Jerome Ford down there in space and get him some openings and cuts, get him in there, and we'll see what he can do. But that's how I think this game will play out for both sides. That was my argument for both sides of the team. I think Baltimore will try to stay within this game, play their offense, and then beat the Browns offense to create turnovers and get up and, use Lamar's legs, with the Browns having an over pursuing defense to win a football game in like a 2017 win. I think the Browns' margin of victory is completely to suffocate their offense, allow Deshaun Watson to dictate and play around with their defense as far as attacking open passing lanes and using their wide receivers on offense to attack. And I think this is where the mismatch comes in, and that's how the way the Browns will win. They can't use Zay Flowers to get at Denzel Ward, but the Browns can use Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, Donovan Peoples-Jones to attack their corners, and they're not healthy on the back end either way. That's how I think this game will go. You guys tell me what y'all think about my analysis on this game. I'll get into some bold predictions, and I'll give you guys a record prediction. I mean, not record, but a score prediction as well later in the week. But it's your boy Will. I might go to this game too. I don't went to the last 2 home games. I've been a heavy home game this year. So we gonna try. But man, hit that sub button, man. Help my channel grow, man. I love y'all boys. Comment down below. I'll talk to all y'all. I'm out. Peace.